Hey. Hello guys, welcome back to another video. This is an exciting video, and if you're new here, my name is Faith. I'm a registered nurse. On this channel I talk about general leveling up, especially if you're a nurse and you want to relocate from your country to the US. This is the channel for you. So today I come bearing exciting news, so watch till the end to find out. So guys, I know you guys have been wondering, and I usually just do sit down videos talking about everything that pertains relocating to the US as a nurse, but it is long since I did my any life update, or since I told you guys what is going on in my life. But as you know, and if you have started the process, you are in the process, or even at the end of the process, you know how frustrating things can be. But I've been dealing with a lot behind the scenes just pertaining this journey, so it hasn't been easy. I've been dealing with a lot of things, but here I am to talk about it. This is a life update that I want to tell you guys what has been happening. I know most of you look at my videos and yeah, you get information, but then you ask yourself, then what's going on with you? Because you keep telling us about these things, but we really don't know what's going on. So today I'm going to answer that. So first of all guys, forgive me if the lighting is not good because it's really raining and the lighting is just terrible. The sun shifts so much, and I normally like to use the natural light from the window, and bear with me. But yeah, let's get into this video. So guys, first of all, I got a date for my exit interview, and I was happy. I wanted to scream and yeah, just jump out of my skin because it's been so long that I've been waiting for the embassy to schedule my interview. So I got a date and I was happy for 2 seconds. Then I had a reality check. So I got my date. I think it was it 20th? Yeah, I think it was 20th last month. 20th, 21st last month. It actually came earlier because I was thinking maybe we can get dates 22nd. That is when dates usually come in. But then it came earlier, and I was just seated on the couch. I had just taken my supper and I was just relaxing, and I got this email from NVC and I was so happy. I knew what the email was. So when I read that, I ran straight to my husband and we were so happy. We had finally secured our date for our exit interview. But then that happiness was short-lived, because when you get a date, you have to do other things to prepare for that interview. So I was excited for 2 minutes. Then it hit me that I need to book my medicals, because when you want to go for the exit interview, you must do medical examinations. And there is only one body in Kenya that actually does the medicals. That is the IOM. I'll put the name in full on the screen, but it's the IOM. So that's where you go for your medicals. So I was supposed to book the medicals and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to book the medicals. So I went online and I researched about booking my medicals, and I got the website, but then I realized that I could only book my medicals. I couldn't book my husband's medicals. Reason being, when I was filing my case, when we were filing our case, yes, his documents were sent to NVC, but he was put as follow to join. He wasn't put as the person who should accompany me to the embassy. He was put as my husband, but he will join me later. So it is not necessary that we'll go with him to the embassy. So I didn't have his approval. Like, there is something called the DS-260 form that you are supposed to fill. I think I've talked about it when you are applying for your visa. So we didn't fill that for him because he was a follow to join. But then we were supposed to fill it when we go to the embassy for the interview. So now this DS-260 form is needed for our medicals, and we didn't have his. So that really frustrated me for those 2 seconds. Then I just decided to go and sleep and not stress about it. So I slept, and the next day I decided to email my immigration specialist, because she is the one who was taking us through the immigration part of this journey. So I emailed her and told her that I've got the date, but then I need to change my husband's status so that I can get his DS-260 form, and so that we can book our medicals. So she later emailed me back and told me, please, Faith, go book your medicals, because these slots go very fast. The IAM sees a lot of people, and you must secure a date for medicals before your embassy. So please book your medicals, and I'll be talking to the embassy about your husband DS-260. So I decided to book my medicals. Then we continued stressing about the DS-260 for my husband, and she wrote an email to the embassy to make available his DS-260 form so that he can fill his particulars there. And I think I'm meant to understand that the embassy could take at least 10 days to make that available if they are supposed to do that. So I said, okay, let's wait. So we waited, and we were so anxious. We were like, we needed to finish these things at the same time. We didn't want to stress about things again. We needed to finish things once and for all. And the reason why he didn't fill the DS-260 form in the beginning is because they requested for a certified copy of a marriage certificate, and we had to apply that through Sharia House, and it took forever to be ready. And my specialist told me they can't delay me anymore. They'll put him as a follow to join, but later when we get our dates, they will convert his status to a company, because the certified copy was taking so long and they couldn't use the other certificate. So that's what made his DS-260 to be late. And after like close to 2 weeks, we got his DS-260 form and we filled it. I remember she emailed me the form at night around 9. I had just taken my supper again, and I saw the email and we filled it until 1 a.m. in the morning with him. We did that and we made the information available for him, and now we had his DS-260. So after we filled that, I think it was like 1 or 2 days, we got back his DS-260, and now I was able to book his medicals. Now the IOM is another place. I booked his medicals and waited for a whole week and no response. The second week I emailed them for a follow-up and no response. I tried to call them. They weren't picking their calls, and we were so stressed because as I said, we want to finish everything at the same time. So that really was stressful. So after like 2 days, I decided to call them because I was asking people, when do IOM pick calls? Because I've been trying to reach them and they don't pick. So someone told me just call on a WhatsApp group that has nurses that are almost relocating. So they just told me to call and don't give up, just call. So one day I decided to call. I called like 5 times continuously and someone picked, and I explained everything to them. I told them that I had already booked my appointment and I need to know my husband's appointment, and I was requesting that they make it the same day because we don't live in Nairobi where the offices are, and now I needed the same day if they can. So they told me it's okay, and they told me they will schedule him and they will send me the appointment. And true to that, after 1 day they sent me his appointment, and it was the same day. We were to go the same day and we had an appointment. So yeah, that was done. That was the biggest stress that I had. So we got the appointment, the two of us, the same day. Now we're just stressing about the interview, preparing all the necessary documents. Of course, we had them already, but we were doing the copies and all that, the things that we need to go to the IOM with, and the others for the interview. So yeah. So that's the stress of booking the medical appointment was over. So after that, after securing the medical appointment, now the day of the appointment came, and we were supposed to travel to Nairobi for our medicals. Yeah, we traveled to Nairobi, and I remember that day, it's just 2 weeks ago or a week ago, we came from work and immediately prepared and traveled overnight to Nairobi. It was so stressful. I was so tired. We went to IOM by 5 a.m. We were the third family in line. And you know, our IOM, there is nowhere you can sit. You are just standing. It was raining. Like it was raining the whole night. So we reached there when it was raining and it was very cold. So we had to stand in the cold up to around 6:30. 6:30-ish, 6:15 is when they opened the gate for us and started letting people in. So another stress. When they checked their list, my husband's name wasn't there. So we had the appointment, we did everything right, but then they failed to include my husband on the list. Talk about being frustrated. We became so frustrated, we were tired, and they told us to wait until they sort something out. See if they can sort us. Not really they sort. So after like 1 hour, one of the watchmen told me, just get in. Actually, there is someone who came and said, oh, if there is in Swahili, like, kama hakuna mtu kwa lists, then there is no medicals for him. And that's to mean, if you are not on the list, then we can't do the medicals for you. So no negotiating. So I was just like, heal me. And you see, we had taken like offs from job, like he works during the week, and it's hard to get off for him, so we couldn't afford to keep traveling back and forth. And mark you, we were like going for medicals on Friday, and the next day on Wednesday was our exit interview. So after sitting there for a while, the guy came and took our appointment and confirmed that it was a family of 2 and they were booked the appointment for that day. And then he went inside. Then later the security guy came and told me, just get in because you already have the appointment, go start your medicals. So I went in very tired and frustrated. I left my husband in the pouring rain. It was very cold. He was so tired, and there was nowhere he could sit. Imagine, we've been standing from 5 a.m. It's around 7:40 when I entered. So I entered the building and started my medical. So I was in there but didn't know really how to feel. But then I was just going with the flow. After some, like around several hours, it was around 12 noon is when they let my husband in, and I couldn't be happier. I was so happy they got a slot for him and they allowed him in, and he started his medicals. But at the same time, I didn't feel good that they could let someone stand from 5 a.m. up to 12 noon in the cold, just waiting for them to sort something that they messed themselves, not me, not us. So, but going inside for medicals, the staffs were so nice. Actually, they are so nice, they are so friendly. Yeah, very friendly people. So they served us very well. Everyone was so supportive, from the security guys to the nurses in there to everyone that I encountered. It was a smooth ride inside there. So as much as we were among the first people to come in, we were actually the last to get out. And when we were getting out, we realized that the X-ray department had closed, so we couldn't get our medical CDs, which was the last. You see, when they do your X-ray, they put it in a CD, so a disc, so that I think you'll go with it when you are leaving the country. You are supposed to have it. So we couldn't collect that, and I was again starting to panic. But then they told us they've already sent the soft copy to the embassy, so the embassy won't need the disc, so we can come for it when we are going to the embassy. That's the next Wednesday. So my IOM journey was frustrating, to say the least. But the staff inside there, apart from that person who just wanted to brush us off just because my husband's name was not on the list, they were so nice. I have nothing to complain about that. So we did our medicals. Thank God everything was fine. Our vaccines were up to date. We were healthy. Nothing wrong was with either of us. So came back home very tired. Yeah, went through the weekend. I remember filming the last week's video when I was like half asleep, but then I went through the weekend, and on Monday I was on duty. Tuesday I was on duty. Wednesday I was on duty during the day. No, not Wednesday. Tuesday. So I went to work on Tuesday in the morning, came out in the evening, took a bus, traveled the whole night to the embassy. I was at the embassy, and yeah, some of you saw me. Actually, one came to me and said hi, and shout out to you, Evelyn. Yeah, if I remember your name, you are Evelyn, and your last name is similar to my sister's name. So shout out to you who came and greeted me, and she is so nice. If they could allow us to go to the inside the embassy with our phones, we could have taken a selfie. But thank you so much for supporting me. So she came to me and said hi, and that was nice. So we went to the embassy. We were so tired, and I actually looked a mess. If you are following me and you saw me at the embassy, I was so, I don't know how to say that, but I just wasn't me. I was so tired. I couldn't wait for that day to end and just come and sleep. So we got at the embassy at 5 a.m., 5:30, and we were in line until 6 something is when they opened the gate again. We went through all those security checks. We went for our interview inside. Now, with the embassy, I'll talk about that in several other videos, including the IOM, how to book your medicals, what to expect. I may also do another updated video about the vaccine, and also talk about what documents you need for the IOM and for the medicals and for the embassy. So we went to the embassy and went through all the security checks and got inside. We presented our documents. We waited. I didn't understand how they were doing their thing, because some people were going very fast, others took time. But then we went in, we paid for my husband's DS-260, we presented our documents, and later we were called for an interview. It was not hard. The embassy, I think they just want to confirm that you are the one who applied for that visa and you are a real person and you are not some criminal. You don't have any criminal history. They want to know, they just want to confirm the information that they have about you. But something that they got us off guard about it was about our marriage. They asked for wedding photos, and we didn't have any. We didn't have any photos. So we were like, no, we didn't carry them. And I thought that was a deal breaker for us. But then this guy told us, now that you don't have photos, tell me the story of how you met and all those sweet things. And we narrated our story. We even laughed because it was funny, but we told our story. And the guy, it didn't take even 10 minutes, guys. The exit interview doesn't even take a lot of time. The thing that takes a lot of time at the embassy is when you are in line, you see there's a lot of people, and you present your documents, and that takes time, and security checks also takes time. But the actual interview, ours took less than 10 minutes. It took a little longer because the guy's computer was like jamming. So at some point he told us sit down first, and we sat down, and later he told us come back, and then he asked us all those questions. I was the one who was asked a lot of questions, mostly about my work, about how I'm going to be paid, about the agency, about where I'm working right now, and about, yeah, basically that. And then to him, he was asked about his job, and then to us, they asked about our marriage, and they asked about the photos that we didn't have, and they asked about our our love story, something like that. So we told that, and we laughed. It wasn't that tense, and he told us, well, your visa is approved. I couldn't be happy. I just wanted to run out of there. So I was so happy, guys. My visa has been approved, and yeah, it is that day that you are waiting for. So when we got outside, we ran out and went back straight to IOM and collected our CDs. This time round, they didn't keep us, but they just told us to go straight to X-ray and pick it, and then we got our CDs and came back. And the best thing about this is, as I'm speaking to you right now, just before I started shooting the video, where's my phone? I received an email from the embassy telling us that our passports and everything is being shipped to the place where we'll pick them for. So tell me this is not God. I am so thankful, guys. I don't know what to say, because this journey has been a lot, and the fact that soon I'm going to pick my visa, I cannot say anything but just thank God. It has been so like ups and downs. You move another step and you are so happy, but then you think of the next step and then the frustrations start. But this far, God, thank you. So yeah, we now have our visa. It's just a matter of going to pick the passports, but I can confidently tell you guys that your girl here is soon going to the US, not as a visitor, but as someone who's going to work and live there legally. It's not easy, guys. If you are in this process, please don't give up. At the end of the day, it will be worth it. It will be worth the struggle. Don't use shortcuts. Don't give up. Just do things, but tell God to go with you. Yeah. So, guys, that's my story. Right now, I'm happy. I just want to take time and thank God and spend this time with my family, and yeah, see what is going to be next. But I'm so happy. That is my life update, guys. That's what I came to tell you today. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for staying up to this time, and thank you for supporting this channel. Please, if you haven't subscribed, you'll be going to miss out on so much that is yet to come. YouTube for me is not stopping here. I'll still show you whatever I'll find and meet kule mbele. So just subscribe if you haven't, and also stay tuned because it's going to be fire here. And I think I'll start my vlogs because I'll be restarting my vlogs because I'm a little bit less tense right now. but I'll be restarting my vlogs and yeah, all those good stuff. So guys, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And thank you for sticking around. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.